Hey, what's going on? We are live with Financial Fitness Friday. How's everyone doing on this lovely Friday morning? Dave, what's going on, brother?
Brother, I am good. Good to see you, Jonathan. Things are great.
All right,
Let's
awesome.
go.
So, I got a good one that I think will help everybody. Okay. Before we do that, I kind of want to go over how much are people actually challenging themselves, right?
Mm.
I know I'm doing 75 hard right now, but the other thing was I'm doing that 100,000 push-up challenge in a year. Okay. And the cool thing, I think, did we talk about this last week or no? Just the
Uh,
nature of competition.
yeah, privately, you and I talked about it a little bit.
Yeah. Because here's the deal. There's about 150 people doing it, right? Out of 150, I would say 40 are taking it seriously, 30 are taking it seriously, right? Out of those 30 that are taking it seriously, some are doing what you need to do every day, the minimum, like 275, right? I started at 300. And then now we're seeing five or six people that are just competing for that top spot, right? And some of them are doing insane amounts. Like yesterday, I did 750 push-ups just to try to catch up. Okay, uh, and what I'm seeing is I'm increasing it every day, and so are the other people in the top. And the reason I'm bringing this up is this is human nature and everything. Okay, if you think about it, it's the percentage of people that start, right, or sign up, and then how many people actually do the thing, and then how many people have to beat everybody else. Okay. And this gives you a great insight into human nature. All right. And here's what I would tell you guys, a lot of people don't think like this when it comes to finances. Okay. You have a scorecard or a scoreboard for your finances too, and for your business. And a lot of people are okay just floating instead of inspecting what they expect, right? So let's just say this: if I'm going to make an investment into something, right? If I'm going to throw 5,000 or 10,000 or well, at this point, probably like 20 grand into marketing for my company, okay? I'm not going to just throw the money at it and walk away and see what and just hope for the best, right? You have to monitor that. You have to see what you can do to improve it. What's my cost per lead? What's my closing percentage on the leads, right? What's my cost per acquisition? So when you guys are trying to improve, when you guys are trying to build, and you guys are trying to grow your businesses or your personal net worth, how often are you really inspecting what you need to get out of that? Okay. How much are you reviewing the basics? And because here's why: in times that are challenging and in times that maybe things aren't going your way or you're not building that momentum, the way to get that momentum built is by focusing on small daily activities, okay, that stack win after win after win. Because when you take care of those small things, they start building momentum. And then when you take care of enough small things, what happens is you start getting some bigger wins and some bigger wins. And now all of a sudden you have all this momentum built up. And the reason I'm saying this is I'm seeing it from a lot of different businesses and a lot of different industries right now that people are struggling. Okay. Businesses are not doing what they were. And that's because there's less and less discretionary income. Okay. I had a conversation this morning about a bunch of my rental properties. Okay. Between me and my partner, we probably have about 60 or 70 properties, not doors, properties. And he said this is the first time he can remember in the last 15 years that we have 8 people that are going through legal evictions, right? What does that tell you? If people aren't paying their rent, people are struggling really bad. Okay. You can kind of see the writing on the wall. And what that means is attention to detail and taking care of those little things is more important today than ever. Dave, what do you got on this?
Yeah, man. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. It's funny how you talk about that challenge, and it correlates to a lot of things. I want to touch on that real quick about, people sticking to the task. I mean, perfect example, look at college, right? There's more freshmen than seniors. Why is that? So the writing's on the wall in terms of that. But To touch back on what you're talking about now, I mean, guys, double down on your strengths, right? If you're seeing this slow pace or people struggle, like it's time to get after it, get yourself some exposure, get out there more, and just grind, man. It's separation season. The thing that you explained the last time we were on here is there's going to be, or I think it's actually, shameless plug on your podcast, you know, check out the Integrated Entrepreneur.
Integrated Entrepreneur.
But in all seriousness, man, like you and Keith were talking about the flip side of that too. Like there's going to be massive opportunity, right? Mm-hmm. But you got to create that momentum streak. Yeah, it's going to be hard. It's hard for everybody. It is super hard, but control what you can control. And the small win task, perfect example. Like I have a meeting with my team, like right before we hop on here. And I said the same thing today. I said, guys, just need to track the basic activity. How are you exposing yourself? Everything else is going to trickle in behind. We can track those numbers. We can add it to the leaderboard. But that's the most basic thing you could do every day to create that momentum streak. Okay. How many touches? Say if you go for 20 touches, right? Now, how do we increase that? You're getting better. You're getting more small wins, adding to that, and you are going to create that momentum streak. It's just small little wins, man. You couldn't have said it any better. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. And then the other thing I want you guys to think about too, right, is everyone coming into this year made a lot of plans. Everyone made plans. They set goals. Okay. Now, there's really 3 types of people when it comes to this stuff. You have the people that don't do shit. They're not setting goals. They're not even aware, right? They're just non-playable characters, NPCs. Unfortunately, I think that is the majority of people. Mm-hmm. Okay, then you have the people that set the goals, constantly check in on them, review them, and have a detailed action plan that they are following and checking up and reviewing regularly. Guess what? Those are the guys that, for the most part, they're going to smoke their shit. Okay, they're going to smoke their goals. They're going to get what they want out of it, and they're going to do very well. And then you have, I think, the vast majority of people, okay, that are actually trying to get better, that what they do is, unfortunately, you write your goals down, you put them in a drawer, and then you check on them at the end of 24. Okay? That shit don't work, guys. All right? The painful inefficiencies that no one wants to do, that those extra phone calls, checking in on your goals, reviewing all the metrics in your business, your personal life on a consistent basis, the stuff that matters, most people don't do that. Okay. And that's the only way to really thrive. Okay. Good times, bad times. If you guys are not measuring and constantly reviewing, and listen, we're all guilty of it because you know what? We're focused on the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. But you know what? Over the long haul, if you're not checking in on what the massive plan that you set in motion, you're not going to hit it.
I think that's where the real focus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's where the real focus comes in. Don't lose that focus of that metric, of that goal, of that stick. Check in on it more than daily, 3 times a day, right? What's the goal? What's the target? And it's funny you're talking about people in their goals and putting it away, man. It's that old Mike Tyson quote. Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Yeah. Oh, that's the truth. Everybody has some level of plan or something they want to accomplish. And then most people stop at that first obstacle, that first piece of resistance. That's when most people stop. And I'm going to tell you something. You cannot win doing life like that. Okay. There's going to be obstacles. There's going to be hurdles. There's going to be setbacks. Okay. And the best people don't ignore the setbacks. The best people just shrug them off and look for a solution. Okay. Adapt a mindset where you're looking for solutions over everything else. And you know what? Eventually, you guys will get in the habits of focusing on solutions instead of problems. You'll get in the habits of reviewing all the minutia, okay, and doing all these inefficient things that actually add up to these little wins. And when you make everything a habit and a routine, okay, it's not as daunting. It's not as much work as you think it is. You kind of get used to it. That's the truth, right? That's how you get better. You just get used to it. It's not getting any easier. You're getting better at doing the thing, and you're getting used to doing the thing more. Okay, that's why you're having success. All right, hope that helped, guys. We'll see you on Monday for Mindset Monday, and please share this with someone who needs to hear it. Take care, guys.
Be great, y'all.